Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, party people, it is time to get cracking on today's workday, which might I add is close to being over already. And I'm just getting started. I did get my exercise in, important. I did go to lunch with my friend, important. I did post a video on my TikTok channel. That was okay. But it is time to show Panther some love. You know, Panther has 523,000 miles. You heard it right. 523,000. About to get some more love. You know, last year I showed this thing so much love. The D word came to mind a couple of times. After passing 500,000 miles, man, this started wearing me out. I need to update my window stickers to 500,000 and to the moon and back. Because Panther has gone to the moon and back. So, few things I want to do today. Number one, I think I figured out a way to fix a lot of these 850 door latches. I want to do that. Number two, this thing has ABS issues. Two different issues. I'm going to try to scan it and fix those. Three, I think the turbo's worn on this thing, blowing a little oil. Need to take care of that. Four, it's got a bad oil dipstick. Need to take care of that. 5, I need to check the rear brake pads and make sure those are good. Since the car will be up off the ground and wheels off, I need to check that. And I think there's something else I'm forgetting. I'll cover that when I hit it. So we're going to start off with the door latch situation. Okay, that last thing is a fuel leak. When I fill up the tank, it leaks a little gas. So let's get started. The most common issue on the 850 door problems, it seems to be rear doors, but the problem is the door opens fine from the outside, but does not open from the inside. And the reason is the pull handle is disconnected from the latch release. So when the latch is closed on the 850, this releases it when it's not locked. Let me unlock it. Where is the lock mechanism? This is the latching mechanism for the lock. That is locked. That is unlocked. When it's unlocked and you pull this, that pushes this up and that opens the latch. Hold on, I'm having problems figuring out how this works. So when the child lock is off and the door latch is closed and you pull the handle, it releases the latch. That's also pulling the handle. There's a rod that's supposed to be connected here, and when that rod is not connected in there, it disables the interior mechanism from releasing this, because as you can see, it's not connected. I went to the auto parts store and purchased these vacuum retainer bushings. Part number from Dorman is that. And I believe these actually fit snug enough in these holes that will allow you to connect this rod that is supposed to connect those. I've seen one in a car recently, so let's go ahead and install these and see how that works, holds this in place. Not sure if it matters which way they go in. However, the rod is supposed to come in this way. So I'm going to try to push them in from the bottom. If I could quit dropping them. Get them to snap in place. Let me get the other one in place. So the rod is actually supposed to connect both of them and point down from the inside. So let's see if we can maneuver this metal rod in there, wherever I've placed and lost that at. So I got the one side put in. Well, I thought I did. Let's go ahead and maneuver this side in here. Then maneuver, gosh, that's a little harder than I thought. Maneuver this side in here. And let's try to spin it in here once these two sides are in. Let me grab a pair of pliers or vice grips and try to rotate this thing in. And I'm going to turn these bushings so that the rod goes down in the bottom side of that bushing. So let me try to turn those. I actually didn't need a tool to do that. I kind of pushed it. Once I got it like that, I pushed it up and it kind of spun around in place. So that should hold that in place until those bushings wear out. That one's fixed. I can reinstall this latch. So now when I maneuver the handle inside, it should unlatch the door. So let's go ahead and throw the latch. The plunger on that is up, so the door is unlocked. The child lock is off because it is down. Now when I move this handle, it will undo the lock. All right, there it is. If it was locked and the plunger was down, locked, then this would not affect the latching mechanism. Door has to be unlocked for that to open it. So that should stay in place. If you got any questions, let me know. One thing about these door latches that you may also want to know is this arm is kind of latched in here a tricky way. To get this arm off of here so it's be a smaller package to ship, you push that tension tab in there and slide that up and it'll come right off. Let me get a screwdriver or something. Push that in right there. And slide it up. And it comes off like that. Put that back on. You see it's like that. You hook it over that circle and you push it in and it'll lock in place. Oil change on this BMW. We torqued that drain bolt in. We reused it. 72 inch-pounds, 6 foot-pounds, which is 10 Newton meters. And adding the oil, then we'll start it up. But we got a serpentine belt we notice is cracking on this thing now. And that may be easier to do with this bottom pan off. We took the bottom splash air guide off to see if it was any leaks under there, and there wasn't. But this serpentine belt needs to be replaced. It's got cracking in it, on it. Turn it sideways, it won't gulp that much. Look at that thing filling it up. Brave man. Must never had one of them funnels come off of there.
No leaks.
We are about to replace the serpentine belt on here. Do you see the tensioner there? Looks like it's got a 15mm nut on the bottom of the tensioner. So we're going to turn that tensioner a certain way. I'll let you know. Then we're going to reroute this belt through here. Good Lord, these people make a lot of noise around this place. I don't even see where the belt goes around here, so we're going to do it from the bottom. So you see, it's a really short belt. It goes around the crank, the tensioner, the alternator, AC compressor. So hopefully this is the right belt. Let me see if I get a tool on that tensioner right there. Put the 16mm tool on it right there. You push down on it, it'll take the tension off of that belt, and then you slip the belt off. So I'm going to push down on that ratchet. Put the ratchet on there. I got what I call a cheater bar. And I pulled the tension off the tensioner and was able to slide the belt off the alternator. Now I can knock it off the rest of the parts down there and put the new belt on. See those cracks in there? You want to get that replaced before it breaks. That's the belt we got from the local auto parts store, Gates, which I like Gates belts, so yeah. It looks like it's going to be long enough. Yeah. Let's get it wrapped around the crank and around the AC compressor, up around the alternator, and then around the tensioner. Yeah. Chunks started falling off of it. I had somebody hold the tension off from up top while I put it on the crank and AC compressor on the bottom, and we got it on. So we're going to start it, make sure it tracks, and put the lower splash panel back on. And here it is, folks. Running like a champ. Well, folks, that BMW consumed a little bit of my time, and it is after 6. Didn't want to start any projects that late, so I'm going to hold off on Panther till tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.